God, where do I even begin?
変身変身シャバのダチ変身変身変身変身アクセル変身
Kamen Rider, for the uninitiated, is a very popular Japanese superhero franchise. It features a tokusatsu TV show series, think Power Rangers for us who live here in the West, with anime, manga, and many other pieces of media, focusing around a masked rider who fights against the forces of evil. It depends on the series since they have so many different versions with different premises of each Kamen Rider. I'll be real with you. I don't think Kamen Rider is good. I think it's absolutely fucking goated. Now, am I an expert or have been through a good chunk of Kamen Rider? No, absolutely not. Matter of fact, I just started getting into Kamen Rider. Truthfully, this is the video that sparked my interest. Now, this video showcases how different Kamen Riders across the different series transform. Now, some may look at this and think it's really stupid. Frankly, a lot of people have made fun of these guys, and I think it's really messed up. These guys are badasses since they not only came together to share a common and loved interest, but to share that with the internet. Being passionate about something you love is the best, and no one should be afraid to share that. Same with this guy here who posts videos of different belts with really cool lighting effects. Not gonna lie, seeing these myself, I kinda want one. But that was the beginning of my Kamen Rider journey. I checked it out to discover that it was basically like the Power Rangers in the West, which I am more familiar with as I grew up with them. It does lead down to the eventual rabbit hole of how Super Sentai, Japanese Power Rangers, were looking for a way to be brought into American audiences, hoping for it to go off here. Spoiler alert, it did. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers took off, whoosh, to massive success with merch, toys, sequels, spin-offs, movies, comic books, and video games. All they did was take parts of Super Sentai and pushed it somewhere else, but they did add their own characters and story into it to differentiate it more. I, for one, was a massive fan. I had a bunch of the series in VHS. I feel really old saying that, but I also even had the Power Rangers movie. As you can probably tell, I was a cool kid. But nonetheless, this series was super great in seeing the action scenes go off and seeing these clearly not adult teenagers navigate their lives with these awesome powers. This continued on with many different sequels that, truthfully, I never got into. Zeo, Samurai, Dino Thunder, Mystic Force, all of these, I just did not care about. It was mainly just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that piqued my interest, but I never went more than that. I dropped it. Grew up, experienced life, found different experiences like JoJo's and Blue Lock Season 2. Anime was becoming a big part of my life. Still is. And truthfully, anime is what made my impression of this Power Ranger-esque stuff not so great. Not a big fan of live action projects that attempt to imitate anime. I would rather just put on an episode of Mashal, laugh at the complete stupidity, and go on with my day, when suddenly, I saw an anime come across my radar.
Cyclone Joker!
Fuuto PI is an absolute godsend and the very first Kamen Rider content I consumed. For those that don't know, Fuuto PI is an anime-made Kamen Rider show that focuses around Shotaro Hidari, a private detective at the Narumi Detective Agency, with his partner, Philip. They go out, solve detective cases, all in the name of Kamen Rider W, a mix of both of the main characters who are here to protect their home of Fuuto City. That's the main premise, and I don't want to go further than that, so I don't spoil it for anyone else interested. My main point is watch it. I love detective stories in general, so the focus of our main guys being detectives and solving cases instantly grabbed my attention. Add on the beautiful jazz music, beautiful animation, and cool fight scenes, I was instantly hooked and watched the whole thing as it came out. But here's the thing with Fuuto PI I did not know when I first started back then. It's a sequel to Kamen Rider W, a live action series. Not only is there more to the story than I had thought, but they were able to introduce me to the world of Kamen Rider. The absolute best part about Fuuto PI is that you don't need prior experience to enjoy the show. It starts off with the ending of Kamen Rider W and then goes on from there. A sequel, but goes in a way that feels like a fresh start with backstory being revealed after a bit of time. I think they did splendidly, as I am here not only loving it, but also actively looking forward to what surprises come next, and for more cases these guys are trying to solve. The mystery continues on, until it ended. Fuuto PI is currently only in its first season, with no second season being confirmed. And it's already been 3 years since it aired. It may not have been popular, but I would absolutely look forward to another season. But for now, what do I do?
NANI?! Kamen Rider!
This is what I wanted. A new Kamen Rider show with an adult in a world with no Kamen Rider. This honestly gave me my spark back, a new Kamen Rider anime series to watch. And it looks so good, and the premise is really unique and awesome. Ever since we have gotten animes like Kaiju No. 8, I have loved and appreciated the idea of having an older person being the protagonist. They've already gone through life, had their shared experiences, and are hoping for something more of themselves, though seemingly something that would never come. Until one day, it does. Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider is a new anime that focuses on Tatsuburo Tojima, a man who desperately wants to be a Kamen Rider, although knowing it's fake. He isn't real in this world. However, he steps up to the plate with a Kamen Rider mask as an ordinary person who's willing to stop the bad guys who act like the fictional evil group Shocker. The series is airing now, but at the time when it was first released, I had to wait a while to watch it. I needed something to occupy me right now. And the FBI agent listening to me, I like to call him Greg, decided to push a certain YouTube channel across my algorithm, and I could not be more thankful. TokuSHOUTsu is a YouTube channel that features content from Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Speed Racer, Godzilla, and other tokusatsu and more. This is going off their YouTube page, but they really do have a bunch of series here that can be watched at any point for free. This is where I found Kamen Rider content, aside from the occasional "Babe, please stop, listen to Kamen Rider Standby" sound and the banger that is Kamen Rider Waza's Standby. Honestly, I only really included this in the script because I just wanted you guys to listen to this. Anyway, TokuSHOUTsu has the OG Kamen Rider, Kuga, Ryuki, 01, and Zets.
I'm on it.
Which is the latest series currently airing in Japan right now. First, I honestly did start off with the new one, Zets. As the current one airing, I wanted to start somewhere fresh and see what it had to offer, and possibly see about wanting more of Kamen Rider once I caught up to it. At the time of writing, TokuSHOUTsu has only 9 episodes of Kamen Rider Zets, and honestly, yeah, I gotta have more of it. I'm a huge fan of Zets' characters and story. I won't say too much about this because it is brand new, but if you haven't checked it out, please do. You have a free resource to do so here. There's no excuse. So far, I've enjoyed Fuuto PI due to the detective cases and the level of maturity it has to it, but Zets still feels like it's mature enough to keep me invested, but at the same time it brings out that childlike wonder in me. So me, being the very curious and content-hungry individual that I am now for Kamen Rider, I kept seeing one pop in my suggested feed on YouTube from the TokuSHOUTsu channel, one I purposefully didn't mention earlier.
Geats. Kamen Rider. Geats だ.
I have been blazing through Kamen Rider Geats. I absolutely love Kamen Rider Geats. So far, definitely one of the strongest and best stories of just Kamen Rider I have been able to experience so far. Kamen Rider Geats focuses on several Kamen Riders that are randomly chosen citizens in this town to participate in a death game of sorts, where they must complete challenges to survive in the contest of becoming the desired deity. Once a person is chosen as a desired deity because they won these challenges, that person gets their wish granted from whatever they decide to write on this piece of paper, which then the world is rebuilt as their ideal world. Being a game of survival and desire to make one's wish come true, no matter what the cause, and to their own personal reasons and morals. That's what I love about this series, is it doesn't feel stagnant, it doesn't feel repetitive. The characters feel so alive with their actual aspirations and develop through the course of the story about what they really want and are able to showcase that in different ways. The people who put up a front have the most to hide, and it really goes to show that you can't go into this just expecting to fight bad monsters for the sake of humanity. Simply, some people don't care about that. They just want what's best for them, and that's it. I also love the fact that Kamen Rider isn't a singular being, typically the main character, transforming to beat the bad guy, but a group of people who want their desires fulfilled. I love it, go watch it, it's fantastic. I can't wait to watch more. Late edit, I just want to say I finished it and I still love it. Highly recommend. I'll be honest, I had to look back at the script to remember what I was talking about, since Kamen Rider Geats and Geats have been eating up my life. I still plan on checking out Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, but we'll be waiting a bit till the season ends to really divulge in that, but probably expect a video about that at some point. I also watched the Shin Kamen Rider movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed that as well. I understand that it's a retelling of the original Kamen Rider series, but not sure if it's something I would need to still check out. Let me know down in the comments below if you checked out Kamen Rider or not, and if so, what series is your favorite, or hell, give me a recommendation of ones I should search for and watch next. I'm here for the long haul, and will be happy to experience the highs and lows of Kamen Rider. But it's popular for a reason, and I'm happy to be one of the new fans to experience such an awesome franchise that is filled with so many passionate people who enjoy it and people who make it. Keep making it available to fans in the West. And shout out to TokuSHOUTsu for this. And give me season 2 of Fuuto PI. Okay, so do that. And also, the fact that this is a weekly show that has actual costumes and fight scenes, although corny, is still good. Marvel should take some notes from them, especially since they have